Week 13, would it be unlucky for some and quite lucky for others? What a classic showdown, Gaffney and Greenwood. 1 million state titles between the programs, each with an eye on making a run in 5A Division II. Greenwood going in 9-1. Here come the Indians, 8-3. Todd Summers taking in this matchup of legacy programs in the Palmetto State.
In a battle of tradition-rich programs, Greenwood playing host to Gaffney. First quarter, Gaffney driving, facing third down at the Eagles' 20-yard line. Banks Boughton throws to the end zone, but Bryce Seaborn picks off the pass, and the senior safety returns it 98 yards for the touchdown to give Greenwood a quick 7-0 lead. Midway through the first, Kadarius Bailey scores standing up for a 20-yard TD. Game tied at 7. Late first quarter, the Indians capitalize on an Eagles turnover on special teams as Josiah Hill goes off the right side and into the end zone for an 8-yard touchdown. Gaffney up by 7. Final play first quarter, Tristan Lewis fakes the handoff and takes it himself, finding plenty of room to run while breaking tackles en route to a 50-yard touchdown. Game tied at 14. Midway through the second quarter, Josiah Hill takes the handoff and starts trucking 25 yards to the end zone. Gaffney leads 21-14 at the break. After an uneventful third quarter, first play fourth quarter, Tristan Lewis goes off the right side and scores standing up as Greenwood cuts the Gaffney lead to 24-21. Less than 2 minutes later, Banks Boughton fakes the handoff and then finds Hank Davidson wide open in the big tight end rumble, 66 yards untouched for the score. Gaffney back up 10, 31-21. 12 seconds later, Tristan Lewis tosses his third interception of the night as Ty McGill picks it off and sets the Indians up at the Eagles' 42-yard line. And Gaffney is able to take advantage as Kadarius Bailey takes the handoff, and the big fella races 49 yards for his second touchdown of the night. Indians up 38-21. Under 2 minutes to play. Eagles trying to come back. Trey Crawford takes the handoff, goes straight ahead and spins into the end zone for a 4-yard score as Greenwood gets as close as 7, but can ultimately get no closer as Gaffney goes on the road and gets the win over Greenwood, 38-31.
You got to be excited for these guys who came to Greenwood, which is a very historic program. We made it out. The mission right now is to survive and advance, and that's what we did.
In Greenwood, for the High School Red Zone, I'm Todd Summers.
Quite a battle there. Northwestern waits. They knocked down one of their fellow York County opponents, Catawba Ridge. The Trojans trying to win another crown. Maybe Gaffney can pull an upset when they face them next week. 42-7, Northwestern gets the win over in Rock Hill. So Northwestern and Gaffney next week. Elsewhere in 5A Division II, Hanna and Greenville in a Region 1 5A rematch. Crazy finish at Serene Stadium a couple of weeks ago when Hanna won on a walk-off kickoff return. Well, Brock Cole and company tonight, they take the suspense out of this one pretty quickly. That's a nice long run, gets all the way down to the 2-yard line, leads to the Nate Malcolm touchdown and an early 7-0 lead for the Jackets, trying to make it 6 straight in the series. So after the 7-0 advantage, Jamarian Oliver follows a Greenville turnover, gets it in there. Then Gavin Maggin later in the opening quarter to Walker Kelly for the 21-0 Hanna advantage. Jason Tone's team. Well, they don't look back. They're a ball club that can come at you with 5 different guys at better than 200 yards rushing, and they're rushing for better than 300 yards a game on the season. They roll to the win, 38-14.
I thought our kids came out fast and strong and built an early lead, and were able to capitalize on it. Excited, ready to celebrate for our team, 24 hours, and get ready to play whoever won on the other side.
Well, we'll let you and him know in just a moment, but for Hanna, what a run they're having this year. They're now 10-1. They came off a bye, and they have won 10 straight after that opening loss against Byrnes. So Hillcrest and Indianland are the side of the bracket. Long travels for the Rams all the way over to northeastern Lancaster County, just below Charlotte, taking on the Indianland squad. A first ever meeting, and Josh Smith, a burst of speed up the middle, trying to get a rematch against Hanna, their Region 1 5A foe. Later on, Jackson Free and Evan Brooks hooking up, and that leads to a Free to Logan Moore touchdown connection, but Indianland had too much. Their only loss on the year came to mighty Northwestern, and they improved to 10-1 on the season. Hillcrest season comes to an end at 8-4. 40-10 is the final as Indianland moves on to the win, and now they get Hanna next week. 5A Division I, well, a Dorman team that's had a renaissance season, if you will. The Cavaliers coming off a bye, looking for a 9th win on the campaign, going at it against Blythewood. First ever meeting against the team from just north of Columbia. Nick Means made it 7-0 in the opening quarter, and then Carter Nash, He's going to take it to the house on the punt return. And a 14-0 lead roughly 4 minutes into the game. Nash is just a freshman. His dad, Curtis, was a fabulous player there and then later at Wofford. Well, that touchdown, 14-0, means gets another TD, and the Cavaliers, nice night offensively. They allow about 12.5 a game. They held Blythewood roughly to that, and Dorman improves to 9-2. They move on to the next round and get Ridgeview as the Blazers knock off Spartanburg 29-21. Viking season comes to an end at 7-5. Elsewhere in 5A Division I, Byrnes Rebels coming off a bye at home against Rock Hill. First meeting against a team they used to be in the same region with since 2011. Crazy play here, the Byrnes fumble. Balin Sexton right there to pick it up, and he's off to the races. No, they didn't call the play for him, but he will gladly take the 6. So will his team. They were down 7-zip. Extra point tied it at 7 apiece. Then in the second quarter, Jacoby Fuller with the Rebels up 14-7. Strengths his way into the end zone. A 21-7 lead. Byrnes gets the win. They are heading on to the next round in 5A Division I at 8-3, 37-21. Dutch Fork Boiling Springs, other side of the bracket, meeting down in Lexington County, and Dutch Fork trying to make it 9 straight wins after losing their first ever meeting against Boiling Springs. Emory Logan has no chance right here. Bulldogs QB sacked by Julian Walker. You hear the Pac-Man sound effect in the background. Then Jackson Knotts, he'll push it in for the touchdown, son of the head coach, and Dutch Fork gets a 9th win on the year. Boiling Springs season ends at 5-7. Dutch Fork, 9 of the past 10 seasons, 1 loss or less, and now Byrnes is up next for them.